Hello, good evening. Hope you all can hear me and see me. I have my camera on today, ready to go today. I am in love with this Christmas mug. I'm dreaming of a pink Christmas. It just absolutely makes me so happy. So, tonight I wanted to talk about changing my mind. I was going to talk to you guys about my healing affirmations, but I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind about that too. I got to thinking last week when we were talking about all the different things, the different reasons why your self care journey may not be working for you. I really just got to thinking about how much it is required for you to change your mind in order for anything to work for you. And I also realized when I was making notes for tonight that I've been on the self care journey for a very long time. I think social media just gave me a name for it, but I've changed my mind about so many things, and I have been just trying to live a better life for so long that I just kind of want to talk about that a little bit tonight and hopefully give you a little bit of encouragement for whatever you may be going through as well. So, I was thinking about this and making notes for tonight, and I really kind of started this self care journey. I want to say probably about in 2015. I think I moved here in 2016 to Nashville. I lived in Memphis. Hey, Keela. So I think I moved here in 2016. So around 2015, I think it was January. I just remember knowing that my life wasn't how it should be or how I wanted it to be. And around that same time, I became obsessed with YouTube. I don't think I started making videos. I think I may have been making video. I'm not sure, but I was obsessed with YouTube before I started making videos for YouTube. And so I realized pretty quickly that YouTube was a place for learning, right? I realized I would always say YouTube is the visual Encyclopedia Britannica. Do y'all remember Encyclopedia Britannicas? Yeah, that's how old I am. Hey, Candace. Hey, Malika, how are you? So back then, I knew that I was a messy housekeeper. Like I was so terrible at keeping a home. I didn't even know homemaking was a word, or I thought it meant housewife. I didn't know that you could just be a homemaker just by keeping your home nice and tidy and neat for you. And so I came across a video talking about decluttering. I had so much crap, y'all. And it was by the book Tidy Up. What's the Mari Kondo? I should have looked the name of the book up, but I came across that book, and um, I started with chapter one, went through, and I started to um, tidy my home, declutter my home, and shortly after decluttering my home, one of the things she talks about in that book is that you can like the different things that will happen in your life. If you just want a better life, then you need to like tidy up. Let me see if I can find the name of that book. And shortly after tidying up, I moved to Nashville, which was way life changing. Way life changing. One of the major things that happened once I moved to Nashville is that another thing that I knew wasn't right in my life because I knew I need to be keeping the house a lot better, to be keeping a home a lot better. Listen, I can't even tell y'all what my house used to look like. I can't even tell y'all what it used to look like. So once I kind of got that under control, moved to Nashville, the next thing I realized is I didn't know how to budget. I didn't know really what to do with money when you got it. right? So once again, YouTube came across Dave Ramsey and learned how to budget. That was so significant, life changing. One of the things that I had to change my mind about, though, with budgeting is I realized how much of a poverty mindset I really have. I'm going to say had because the recognition of the poverty mindset means that I'm already working on it, right? Because I am working on it. One of the big things that shifted for me as far as it comes to money is when I got this sofa, this pink sofa. I had always wanted something that seemed extravagant, it's impractical, it's just like a need, but mostly a want because I technically probably should have gotten something gray or something darker, but I wanted what I wanted. And by learning how to budget, I was able to get what I wanted. But it shifted in me that I had never really truly gone after the things that I wanted. And after that, I started to go after those things. I took all the budgeting videos down on my channel way before I did this little cleanse that I did a couple of months ago. I took those budgeting videos down because I was like, when people come to my channel, I don't want them to be comfortable in lack. I feel like we're here to have great experiences and we stop ourselves all the time. So I changed my mind about how I felt about money. I changed my mind how I felt about my home. I started cluttering. It got beautiful. I moved to Nashville. When I got here, I changed my mind about how after I learned how to budget, I changed my mind about how I felt about money. I just didn't want to live. I just didn't want to live that way anymore. So when all these things started happening and then I was still getting sick because I was changing my mind in so many areas, things were happening for me. I knew that my mind was still disconnected from my body, right? So I just decided that I really needed to learn how to heal my body. So here we are now. I'm talking about all these different things because I want you to see how long I've been on this self care journey and just how no matter what goes up and comes down, I'm never going to stop trying. Right. I'm never going to. That's one thing I ain't never changed my mind about. I'm going to always try to be better. I'm always going to try to do more, have more, and be more. I'm always going to try to do better. So when I started really loving myself, when I started cleaning my house and then getting my finances together, I, like I said, realized that there was such a disconnect with my body and my mind that I needed to change my mind about healing. So when I came to, what did I do with the book? When I got to finding Louise Hay, once again, here on the YouTube streets, when I came across this book, You Can Heal Your Life, one of the things that was really significant for me in this book is that, like I showed you before, you can see all the places that I marked, right? All the different ailments that were going on with me. And I'm going to go over a few of them with you tonight. I marked, there are 15 pieces of washi in here. I didn't even mark everything that I've dealt with in my life, but there are 15 pieces of washi here. 7 times feeling safe have come up in these 15 washes. So half of the ailments, half of the conditions, half of the symptoms that I've had in my life, because marked some things that I'm not just dealing with now, but that I've had in my life, because I wanted to see truly what was the connection between why, no matter how many times I would do something good in my life, that I kept getting sick. There just seemed to me that there definitely was a connection that I wasn't getting. And what I found out as far as my ailments go, that I don't feel safe. So the way this book is set up is that you have all of these list of things, as I'm going to show you here. So you have the problem over here, which would be like your ailment, say for instance, if it's headache or stomach ache or something like here. And then here in the middle, you have probable cause, which means this is probably what's causing it. It could be absolutely something else, but if it's connected with your mind, then it's probably this thing, right? And then over here, it has your new thought pattern. Under the column new thought pattern, 7 times it comes up that you're not feeling safe. The very first one, the very first problem in this book, I marked because it's something I've dealt with a long time: abdominal cramps. So that's the problem. The probable cause is fear, stopping the process. And then it says, I trust the process of life. I am safe. I I'm not talking about feeling safe outside of myself. I'm not talking about feeling safe going to the wrong neighborhood. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It don't matter what race you are. You can sometimes go to the wrong neighborhood and you just don't feel safe. Or you might be at work and something start going down, like you just don't feel safe. Because I took a drill at work to tell you how to deal with an active shooter. That's just really wild to me. But sometimes you just don't feel safe on the outside of your body. But what I've learned is I didn't feel safe inside of my body. I didn't feel safe just in my skin. I didn't feel safe a lot of times in making certain decisions because I was finding that the decisions I was making were so big, they were truly shifting my world. Case in point, I decided I no longer wanted to be a Jehovah's Witness. That means that I don't have a relationship with my mom and many other people in my life that I've lived, grown up with, and had in my life all my life. That means I made the decision that's not what I want to do. And bam, all those relationships ended. I felt unsafe for a long time because I was so alone. Okay. I felt so alone. I felt like this was definitely my fault. I had done something wrong, even though it felt worse being a Jehovah's Witness than it did feeling unsafe. I just didn't feel safe. And of course, I had so many different issues. Everything that I looked up in this book, like all the different things, for them to go back to me not feeling safe was something that I knew I had to change my mind about. I had to figure out why was I not feeling safe. So that's what my therapist come in. Let me tell y'all something. You need to get you some help. It is safe for you to change your mind about therapy. Okay. You need to get you some help. And she just really got down. I'm not going to go into any details about our sessions, but she really just got down with me as to why I don't feel safe. Like, what is that thing that is causing you to have so much uncertainty, to have so much anxiety when things truly are going well for you? Like, why do you feel that way? And we really have been going about it. I am feeling so much safer in so many different areas of my life, in my friendships, not just my intimate partnerships, but in my female friendships. I'm feeling safer even with you guys being on YouTube this time. I probably can tell I'm going live more often. I am being as consistent as I can possibly be with my videos, things that are going through. I felt safe to change jobs recently. Like you guys told you, back in July, I had a lot of uncertainties when I went to this job, but I just knew once again that there was something better, something more out there for me. And let's circle back to money for a minute. I really truly believed for a long time that being rich was a bad thing. That as wealthy people are all no good. They're all out greedy, they're stingy, they're basically Scrooge. Well, that's just not true. I realized that I have stopped myself from making a decent salary my entire life. My entire life, I've stopped myself from making a decent salary. I only felt comfortable truly spending money when I had two jobs, but it was killing me. Okay. So, as I'm doing a lot of self reflections, I'm changing my mind on a lot of different things, and I started looking for a new job. I set a price, I set a salary. I'm not making a dime under this. You would be amazed of what I make now. And I'm still not even making close to where I'm going to be. I already know, I already have a new plan. I already thank you, Keela. Hey, Sophia. I'm doing well. How are you? I already have a new idea, a new way. You guys, all I'm really think I'm gonna keep talking, but all I'm really trying to say is staying where we are is no longer acceptable. And I'm not just talking about healing my body or my mind. I'm talking about healing finances. I'm talking about healing relationships. I'm talking about not just your intimate partner relationships. I'm talking about your friendship relationships. I'm talking about, let me tell y'all how much I've changed my mind. Y'all see this hair on my head? Y'all, I'm so committed to having a truly different life. I've changed my mind about being bald anymore. I, I I realized looking at my old Instagram that I thought was closed, but it's not. My old Instagram is that I never smiled before. Now when I take photos, like it's difficult for me not to smile. We had headshots at work the other day, and the photographer was like, "Okay, Tracy, your smile is perfect. Let's do some a little bit more stoic." And I was like, "Okay." She was like, "That's not stoic." I was like, "Okay." She was like, "Can you? Do you just have to smile?" I said, "I think I do." I was one of the most miserable people that I ever knew. I could not even smile in selfies. I was just like this constant resting bitch face because honestly, that's how I always felt. I am so grateful for the idea of changing your mind to really have and do and be better for yourself. You get to change your mind. And the reason I'm going to keep saying this and drilling this is because, as we talked about last week, the number one thing that we talked about in why your self-care journey is not working for you is because of other people. You're scared to do your self-care journey because of what other people think. And I tell people I did the extreme thing. If I was willing to leave a religion and leave my mama behind and not have a relationship with her when she is alive and well, but I shouldn't be scared of a damn thing else. I should be able to do anything else I want to because I still feel to this day that was the hardest thing that I've ever done. You can change your mind about everything. I don't want to be bald anymore. I want my hair to grow. I am going to start wearing protective styles, so y'all gonna see some weaves. And when y'all see me flipping my hair, just say Tracy's being extra because she is. But I've changed my mind about that. Other day I was looking for a water pitcher and I was gonna get like a regular Brita water pitcher, but I was like, I want something a little bit more. What you say, Keela? It was sexy and bougie. You guys, I have the best water pitcher now. I freaking love it. It is gold. It's a gold water pitcher. And I also got a new tea kettle from Kate Spade. I did. I freaking love it because I changed my mind about money, right? I changed my mind about the poverty mindset. I don't feel that you have to do either one of those things, but I paid my rent and every other bill I have just fine with it because I'm changing my mind about thinking in such a poverty way. Okay. In order to heal your body, in order to be on this self care journey, you're going to have to change your mind about everything that you think. You're going to have to change your mind in the belief system that you are worthy of being on this self care journey, that you are worthy of having a better life for yourself. You're going to have to change your mind about that. I've changed my mind about everything. Even these little drink cups that I got, I changed my mind about that. I rarely drink water without lemon and mint. I just didn't put mint in this one. I just it's just those little bitty things that add up to this big thing. And I love the way my life is unfolding. I love the journey I'm on. I love loving my friends. I love loving the dates that I go on. I'm not saying falling in love with the people. I'm saying I love the fact that I'm going out and having such a great time and meeting so many wonderful people. Another thing I changed my mind on, let's get a little bit more vulnerable. This one I think we probably gonna have a little dialogue about. I changed my mind about black men. I grew up very much being taught that they were all types of negative things. I learned this in my home based on the experience that my mom had with my dad and probably several other black men. These are some things I saw. So I always grew up avoiding them, dodging them, feeling unsafe around them, not wanting to have anything to really do with them. And one day I was talking to my cousin very negatively about black men. I was saying some horrible stuff. I'll just admit that. Some horrible things. And she said, "You can't say that." I was like, "Yes, I can." Well, up to that point, that had always been my experience, right? Because that's what I believe. So you experience what you believe. So I was like, "Yes, I can." It was my truth at that time. And she was like, "You can't say that because one day is going to grow up to be a black man. And are you going to feel that way about him?" I think my heart may have stopped. Okay. Let me tell you why. Sam, since I found out he was going to exist, not that he didn't even exist yet, when I knew that my cousin was pregnant, I was in love with him. I loved him. I don't know when the conception happened, but you can just about say that I loved him from conception. So the fact that he would grow up to be a black man and anybody would feel any negative way about him stopped me cold. And I began to change my mind that day about black men. It took me a minute. Not gonna lie, it took me a minute. Well, Sam is 31 years old now. So this conversation I had with my cousin was probably 20 years ago. Okay. 19 years ago. He was a little kid when we had this conversation. So he's 31 now. He'll be 32 in February. I actually talked to him today. Let me tell y'all something about that black man. That's a good ass black man. Y'all hear me? I freaking love him. He's married, he has two children, and he loves his family. Oh, he was picking his daughter up from daycare today. He loves his family. He has a stepson. You can't even tell that their stepson is not his biological son. They look alike, and every time Sam goes buy himself an outfit, he buy their stepson the same outfit. They be fresh all the time. He is magnificent. I love that black man. And because I started changing my mind about black men, yo, they are marvelous. Mm. I'm kind of happy that I had the experience growing up I did with this negativity about black men because I think maybe I wouldn't appreciate them so much now the way I do. And all of my experiences that I have with them are so beautiful. No, not all of them are out for good, but they damn sure ain't out for bad. Like I had portrayed life to be, or I had made it in my life that they were. They're not that way. And I was even telling Sam about this story that I'm telling you guys now, and he just listened to me. He go, "We the best." I was like, I have to agree. I am so committed to my life being different that I'm willing to change every single thought process that I need to change to get to where I need to be. And then when I get to that place where I need to be, I'm going to change my mind again some more and get to that place where I need to be. Whatever you need to work on, whatever you need to do, whatever you need to change your mind about, feel free to change your mind. It's your prerogative. If you are in school and one of the departments I work in is economics. If you decide that you don't want to be economist anymore, you can change your mind and go into sociology. You can change your mind. You can. That's just the whole sentence. You can change your mind. Yeah, I know you do, Keela. I know you do, Keela. But I ain't know you back then, Keela. Well, I've definitely dated outside of my race. I want to say, well, like in elementary school, I probably just like that. But yeah, I've dated several white men. I for a long time only dated Hispanic men. My ex husband was black and Mexican, biracial. And the last man I was engaged to was a full Puerto Rican, very full Puerto Rican. And the man before him was biracial also. He was Cuban and black. So for a long time, I dated, definitely dated outside of my race. Um, but when it comes down to it, I can't see myself with, and not opposed to dating outside my race still by any stretch of the imagination. I still just don't see myself not with the black man. You guys know how I am if you follow me on Instagram about black owned brands and certain. I'm a certain way about certain things, and if they were not a black person, a black man, there would have to be a serious understanding of this is just who I am and who I always plan to be. So yeah, I just find it that way. But no, I'm not opposed to. But yes, I have dated outside of my race before. Yeah, that's all I want. Ooh, we're doing good, y'all. We at the 26 minute. We did 26 minutes last week. We're keeping it under 30 minutes. I think as long as we can keep it under 30 minutes, we can keep going. We can keep doing these lives because I don't want them to be too long. But I'm so happy you guys were hanging out with me today. I just wanted to talk to you guys about the things that I've changed my mind about and letting you know that you can change your mind. You don't have to live the life that you're having now if it's just not resonating with you, if it just doesn't feel good to you, if it's just not right for you, if you need to do some healing, if you need to change your mind for your health. We still didn't go over these affirmations, did we? We might have to do that next week. I told y'all I was gonna tell y'all some of these healing affirmations. Maybe I don't need to tell y'all because every week I something to tell y'all and then I don't tell y'all. I did tell you one. I did tell you one. I do want to say talk about one. I'm gonna do it next week because this video already too long. It's already too long. I'm gonna do it next time. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate you for being here, for supporting me, listening to me as I go on this self care journey that, as I discovered, I've been on for a very long time now, and just let me be myself. I appreciate you guys so much. I have not filmed Saturday's video yet. Thank you guys for uh, loving my silent video because I know you guys really don't like when I don't talk in my vlogs, but it's been so busy at work lately that if I didn't just film the video the way that I did, it never would have gotten up. It never would have because it's just been really busy lately. But I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you guys all have a really great week. I look forward to seeing you Saturday in whatever video we have up. And I will see you then. I hope you guys have a really good week. Love you guys. Bye.